Hey everybody, it's me, Edward Jones, back with a new video. This is to add to my my series, my SHTF story. This is about an encounter I had at night around 1 o'clock in the morning. And this happened about a month and a half ago. I was goofing off online, and then I had my window open, or I'd rather have my blinds open, but I heard some noise going from behind my place. And I looked out. I looked at the window, and I see a guy talking to two other guys. They're real young, maybe a little younger than me. And I was listening carefully, and one of them heard say, empty your pockets. And I was thinking, oh shit, is this a robbery? First thought was, can I get to my Remington and the flashlight, and go outside and break it up. But then I decided let me keep listening to see what's going on. And I see another guy. Let's say these are two guys who are being talked to. It's one guy right here, and then also I see another guy right here. And then they were saying something. I said, I was wondering, is this a robbery? Then the two guys right here, they took their shirts off, and I'm saying to myself, why did they take their shirts off? That's what I mean. That's why it was looking to be more and more like a robbery as I watched along outside my window. And then all of a sudden, one of the guys said, "Go," and then the two guys who had their shirts off started fighting. Now, I was saying to myself, is that what this is? And I decided, I can't have this going on behind my place. I have my like I said, when I'm in the house, I carry my pistol with me on my waist. I have my Smith & Wesson, my .357 Magnum revolver. I had that in my holster, but I had a shirt that was I had a shirt on that went over. At least it didn't go over it didn't go over the pistol. It went between the pistol and my body. So the grip of the revolver was exposed. But since it was at nighttime, it really can't be seen. I took that and a flashlight, and I went outside because I decided I'm not gonna have this going on in the back of the house. I shined the flashlight with my left hand, and I told the guys, I believe I said, hey, what the fuck are you doing? I said, take that shit somewhere else. And they were, I was gonna call the cops. So it turns out they were just some knuckleheads. They got some of their drunk buddies together, and I don't know if it was like an initiation thing or anything like that, but they just wanted to host a little fight behind the house. So I broke that up. Like I said, I had my flashlight, my .357 Magnum with me. The flashlight was very bright, so they couldn't see. I pretty much blinded them. They couldn't see if I had anything else with me. I guess they wouldn't expect. I guess they didn't really expect someone to come out at night with those two items, or at least with a pistol. But anyway, they left, not without a little confrontation between two of the guys. They said they must have been drunk. One of them took a swing at the other guy. I said, I'm going back in the house. I'm not dealing with this mess. One of the neighbors across next door said she heard some of the commotion. She's calling the cops. Cops never showed up, so I guess she was bluffing just to get them away. But that's one thing. I never said I was going to call the cops. I just told them because I didn't think it seemed like it was just some juvenile crap. I didn't think that it was the police need to get involved. So I just told them to get out of here. Take the shit somewhere else. Well, the funny thing is, next day, or rather that same day, but it was like in the afternoon. I got home, and one of the guys came over to the house, and what was funny was, and I didn't think of doing this. But he asked, he told me, he apologized for what he did, and he asked, was there a video was the whole thing being videotaped? Videotape? No, I didn't have a videotape. I saw a bright light, and I thought it was a video camera. I said, oh no, that wasn't a bright light. That was a flashlight. I needed that to see what was going on outside. He said, oh, I thought it was a videotape. Oh well, that's cool. So he apologized, and he went on his way. I never saw the guy again. I guess it's for me. It was a weird situation. It doesn't really happen that often, but it happened that night. I took my revolver with me because I knew there were more than one guy out. There was more than one guy outside, and I didn't know I didn't know I didn't know what may come in the situation, but I knew that I wasn't going to have that kind of stuff going on behind my house, or at least behind the place I'm renting, which I sometimes you treat it as if it was my house. And the landlords do it; they appreciate some of the work I've done. but I went out there, but I didn't go out there with gun in hand. I had my gun in my holster. But I did have I wanted to make sure I had a flashlight, because the last thing I want to do is, if I ever have to, if I have to draw my gun, I didn't want to draw it on anything that I couldn't identify. So this goes with with training. You don't point your gun at anything that you don't intend on destroying. And I didn't have my hand on the trigger. I had my hand resting. Or at least my hand was on my side, actually. I had it by the grip. Just to be ready if something were to happen. Thank the Lord, nothing did happen. But I wanted to make this video to show that it's important to gather as much information as you can within the reasonable time frame, considering the situation. Like I said, I waited by the window. I thought it was a robbery, and I decided to wait a little longer to see what was going on, and I found out what happened, what was really going on. So I decided just to grab a revolver and grab a flashlight. I kept my finger off the trigger, which is very important. I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but but at least I made sure that I wasn't going to do anything careless in that instance. And I also wanted to make sure that I knew what was going. I can see what was in front of me. That's why I had the flashlight. I think it's like a 75 lumen flashlight, a small mag light. I don't have it with me right now. It's actually on the floor nearby my first aid kit. But yeah, that's a story I just figured I'd share with you guys. I've been meaning to do it for a while, but things come up and I get lazy at times. Gotta be honest. And so, I hope you enjoyed this story. If you have any comments, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. Any personal messages, please send them to my email, em1897jones@gmail.com. Please, if you have any similar stories or tips that may help me or help other people who watch this video, I encourage you to leave them in the comment section, or even make a video response. But that's it, my SHTF story. I'm Edward Jones, and you take care.